Hello, welcome to the Mark Gennard Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, I'm going to discuss and break down the general skills that software engineers must have for 2025. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So the top skills required to be a successful software engineer in 2025 are as goes. The technical skills, you're gonna need to be proficient in multiple programming languages, like Python. And the why is, Python remains the most popular language due to its simplicity, readability, and versatility, right? It dominates fields such as AI, machine learning, and data science, automation, and web development. So its extensive libraries like the TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Pandas, and large developer community make it a top choice for both beginners and experts, right? Now, the key use cases is data science, AI/ML, scripting, web development, and automation. The next one is Java, right? Java is a staple for enterprise scale applications known for its portability, write once, run anywhere. Its stability and scalability, right? It is widely used in large organizations like Android development and back-end systems. Now, the key use cases is in enterprise software, Android apps, back-end services. The next one we have is JavaScript. So JavaScript is essential for development, powering both front-end and, with Node.js back-end applications. So its ecosystem continues to evolve, supporting frameworks like React, Angular, and Vue. The key use cases is web and mobile app development, server-side scripting. The next one we have is C++. The why is, it's valued for its performance and control over system resources, making it indispensable in systems programming, game development, and high-performance applications, right? The key use cases for that one is game engines, embedded systems, performance-critical software. The next one we have is cPound. cPound is tightly integrated with the Microsoft ecosystem, widely used for Windows applications, enterprise software, and game development with Unity, okay? With Unity. Now, the key use cases for that one, is desktop applications, enterprise solutions, game development. The next one we have is Go, like Golang. The why is Go is gaining traction for its simplicity, efficiency, and built-in support for concurrency. It is increasingly used in cloud infrastructure, microservices, and scalable back-end systems, right? Key use cases are cloud native applications, web servers, DevOps tools. Rust is next, right? And Rust is emerging as a leading language for systems programming due to its focus on safety, performance, and concurrency. So it is increasingly adopted for building reliable, efficient software, especially where memory safety is critical, okay? The key use cases is systems programming, embedded software, performance critical applications. The next one we have is SQL. And SQL remains essential for database management and data, analysis, underpinning virtually all data-driven applications. The key use cases is database development, data analytics, that's key. We have Swift and Kotlin, which is honorable mention. Swift is the primary language for iOS, macOS development, gaining popularity as Apple's platforms grow, right? Kotlin, increasingly used for Android development, offering modern features and interoperability, with Java. Now, cloud computing expertise is next. Deep knowledge of cloud platforms, whether it's AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, is now a baseline expectation. Skills in containerization like Docker, orchestration like Kubernetes, serverless architectures, and infrastructure as code tools like Terraform are in high demand, right? This is as of 2025, guys, and beyond. AI and machine learning is next, right? Automating repetitive and, monotonous, tasks like AI tools handle routine tasks like, as code generation, migrations, test execution, test generation, and debugging. So this automation frees up developers to focus on higher level problem solving and innovation. There's AI powered assistants that can automatically generate code snippets, perform code refactoring, and assist in bug detection and fixing, improving productivity and efficiency. There's advanced coding, so assistance and collaboration. So AI is evolving from passive responders to active collaborators. So modern AI coding agents can plan, execute, and iterate on solutions with increasing autonomy, moving forward what's called, agentic software engineering. So these agents can proactively identify issues, run test suites, inspect, UI elements, propose fixes, and validate solutions. So AI coding assistants such as GitHub Copilot and Amazon Q now understand entire, code bases, explain code segments, and generate new code based on high-level instructions. They can even set up cloud infrastructure or refactor, legacy systems with minimal manual input. There's enhancing of, code maintenance and DevOps. So AI tools streamline code maintenance by understanding and refactoring legacy code, updating libraries, and automating documentation, right? And test case, generation. So in DevOps, AI automates continuous integration, CI, and continuous deployment, CD, pipelines, right? Optimizing build times and deployment processes based on historical performance data, right? So AI-driven automation reduces manual interventions, speeds up release cycles, and ensures smoother code integration, multimodal and holistic software development. So the next generation of AI tools integrates visual understanding like UI screenshots, diagrams, natural language, conversations, and environment interactions like browsers, terminals, APIs, etc. So, basically enabling a more holistic approach to software development. So AI agents can interact with a variety of inputs and outputs, making them versatile collaborators for complex engineering tasks, right? There is a proactive system monitoring and performance aspect of this as well, right? The optimization part. So AI analyzes performance metrics, helping teams identify and mitigate potential issues before they impact users, right? This proactive monitoring aids in resource allocation and project management. These are all skills for software engineers of 2025. So shifting developer roles. So the roles of software engineers is evolving with AI handling much of the how engineers, can focus on the why, solving complex, meaningful problems, defining strategic vision, and ensuring that AI tools align with business objectives. So in the near future, software engineers may act as AI trainers and supervisors, guiding AI agents and refining their outputs to meet ethical and business standards. Now let's talk about DevOps and automation. So familiarity with CI/CD pipelines, automation tools like Jenkins, GitHub, Actions, and DevOps practices is crucial for rapid, reliable software delivery and system reliance. Now there is cybersecurity awareness too, right? So strong, unique passwords is something that software engineers are going to have to take into account. So the use of complex, unique passwords for every, account and leverage password managers to avoid reuse and weak credentials is something that software engineers must have. Multi-factor authentication skills, right? Always enable MFA for all critical systems and services to add an extra layer of security beyond passwords. Phishing and social engineering awareness, so staying vigilant against phishing emails and, social engineering tactics, and regularly train, to recognize suspicious messages and avoid clicking on unknown links or attachments, right? The company is relying on you guys. Regular software updates and patch management, so ensure all operating systems, libraries, and dependencies are up to date to minimize exposure to known vulnerabilities. Device endpoint and security, so protect all workstations and mobile devices with antivirus, anti-malware, and firewall solutions. Secure physical access to devices. There's cloud and remote work security. So, safeguard cloud environments and remote work setups with secure configurations, VPN usage, and strict access controls. Principle of least privilege, so limit user and application privileges to the minimum required using role-based access control and regularly reviewing permissions, right? Data encryption is next. Encrypt sensitive data both at rest and in transit to prevent unauthorized access in case of breaches. Prepare a incident response plan. So be familiar with your organization's incident response plan and know how to report and respond to suspected, cybersecurity incidents, right? Also have regular backups. So maintain secure regular backups of code, databases, and critical assets, and periodically test, restoration procedures. Security first coding practices. So follow secure coding standards to prevent vulnerabilities such as injection attacks. You have insecure, deserialization and improper error handling. Okay. You have IoT and BYOD awareness too. So understand the risks associated with Internet of Things, devices, and bring your own device policies, basically ensuring these endpoints are secured and monitored. We need continuous training as well. So engage in ongoing cybersecurity training to stay current with evolving threats, regulations, and best practices. Data literacy and big data. So, you're going to have the ability to analyze, interpret, and leverage data. It's basically expected. So this includes writing complex queries, working with big data frameworks, and drawing actionable insights from large data sets, right? We have mobile and multi-platform development competence in building applications that work seamlessly across devices and platforms that, is basically valuable as software ecosystems expand. You also need soft skills, right? So continuous learning and adaptability. The most successful engineers commit to ongoing learning to keep pace with rapidly evolving tools and technologies, right? So adaptability is, as important as technical proficiency, okay? You have to have effective communication and clear articulation of technical concepts to teammates, stakeholders, and non-technical audiences. That's essential for collaboration and project success. You got to have problem solving and critical, thinking, creativity, analytical skills, and a structured approach to debugging and overcoming challenges that are core to software engineering. So that's what I have here today. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. If you appreciate this content and you want more content like this, please let me know that by hitting that subscribe button and that like button right now. Also hit that notification bell. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe, and as always, see you on the next video.